And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire on the map submitted by the community. We're on round 177. We've killed 9 infantry over the intern. We have 4 citizens awaiting us. This is the Nomads. So the Nomads, I think, just declared on us. That's fine. We completed university. Okay, so because we have a friendship pact with the commune to our south, which is on the other side of the Nomads, that made them also declare war on the Nomads. Or in layman's terms, the Nomads are about to have a very bad day. Although that's not really our problem, that's kind of the Nomads' problem. I guess I was just thinking it's cheaper to go that way. Okay.
Let's go.
Bringing the armored vehicles to bear. We're losing a little bit of infantry here.
Operation successful. Bring in the tanks.
Yep, lost one of the armored vehicles.
Get
Attack.
out.
So that attack has failed. Oh, we depleted most of the ammunition, so that's probably what went on there. Yeah. Really need to delete those motorized transport. That is definitely the militia vehicles that are not getting deployed, probably because the unit they're supposed to get deployed to has been destroyed. That happens quite a bit.
Advancing. Do no harm? Yeah, right.
Okay. I'm gonna take a short break away from combat here to work on the decisions. You're asking for a subsidy, we like commerce, we got money, we're gonna give it to you. Design focus there, yeah. Council here, we're gonna pick up VidCom,
Order received.
which may take a little bit longer than the previous ones we were doing. 30 MPP, or 30 political power for zone upgrade, that's fine. Oh, we don't have enough strategic down here to do that. We do have surplus, so we got 290 something surplus through here. Just not enough to move these bigger units. And yeah, no one of the units in here is not militia. We've got, maybe this is a bad sign of it not being particularly well colored. We've got units of the 7th Light in here. Actually, let's change the color on the 7th light, because I'm getting confused with the militia. Do a much different green. Sure. Yeah, that'll work. That should be tellable that it's not a militia unit. Anyway, we want to march some troops down here, check to see if this is actually occupied but unaligned or not. Probably got enough to move the GR units. Oh, not the whole way. Interesting. Okay, that's quick and close enough. Yeah, we'll start moving the Galactic Republic units out. Probably back to the main SHQ.
We're taking fire! Requesting backup.
I have a suspicion that there is someone in that hex. Yep. Suspicion proven. Okay, we take that hex and get rid of that guy. That'll shore up that position quite a bit. Okay, so we're having throughput issues here. One way to fix that is to improve this truck station. Maybe improve this one. What do we got for the truck station here? Level 1, yeah, upgraded to 2. With action point wise, we should be solved. Maybe not. Oh, yes, that'd be the closer one. Yeah, that would be the closer one. So yeah, we're about at the logistic limit again. Okay, so we're looking at the problem of yeah, we're looking at the problem of this is around about another one in here somewhere. Or we just saturate on the first one. I think we're just saturated on the first one. That's 22391. Oh, okay. You only just finished, so I'm not seeing you in the logs. Okay. It should get better next turn, but we'll upgrade it anyway. Well, we've already queued it for upgrades, so it's too late to say no.
Move out. Mission accomplished.
Okay. Drive it back a bit. Yeah, I think that's all the fronts we're advancing on, or we've got enough troops to actually advance. You're going to continue wanting colonists, so dumping a bunch of workers.
Aye, aye, sir.
We're no delays, so that's actually good. Government. Universe.
Aye, aye, sir.
Oops, that was not what I was trying to build. That's construction, please. Government. University.
Aye, aye, sir.
I want to build out the worker housing. It's the happiness of everyone here. The housing is providing like +1 happiness. Well, the worker housing is really good. Oh, we're gonna have housing for all the workers. That's what's going on. I haven't looked too much into what that is. 100 worker apartments is worth. So this is implying that if we want social housing to be better, I need to build more social housing. So let's queue up some social housing as well.
Aye, aye, sir.
You're improving 0.02. Not super happy with that level of worker happiness. Although everywhere else is decently happy. Okay. So it's just you that have a worker happiness problem, and it's just a work happiness problem. And there's no good indication for why the workers aren't happy, so we're just going to do worker privileges to move happiness from civilians to workers. Anyway, most road constructions, I think, finished. Done, 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 done. Okay. Our capital zone is level 4, so we can't upgrade the command palace, otherwise we would. Hospital finished, railhead finished, bureaucratic offices all finished. So go around upgrading the bureaucratic offices. Capital is done with bureaucracy. All the expands just built to 1, so we'll go from 1 to 2. This one can only go up to 2, but take it to 2.
Aye, aye, sir. Roger that. Copy that.
Affirmative.
And our bureaucracy will expand to meet our ever-increasing demands for bureaucracy. Yeah, I think a couple turns ago we were like 1,100, now we're up 1,300, 1,400. And it's just going to keep going up as we keep getting those done. So we're facing off against the nomads. If you're the other side, will probably be facing off against them as well. And unlike us, where we were up on the borders with the nomads, I would not be surprised if they weren't. Territorial expansion is in the cards. I do need to free up more troops to start pushing this direction. Yeah, I'm going to resist the urge to run the road through that mountain. So we're going to start sailing this one over. And then cards. What cards do I want to play? Oh, I should probably do some diplomacy cards while I'm thinking about it. Trade. Don't have trade open with you? Open it. Do we have trade open with them? No.
Roger that.
I'm pretty sure I got free trade with the guys in the south, yeah. But we don't have cultural exchange with the guys in the south. Let's do that. And there's our political pact. Okay. Cycle the turn. coming up the non-aligned forces turn. Our turn is not long after that. Okay, round 178. We killed 4 infantry over the end turn. We have 3 decisions awaiting us. Completed ammo compactation. So we're going to and put that on heavy combat armor. Do the diplo division first. We're being asked if we want scientific cooperation. We'll agree to that. And yeah, we got the political power from Metropolis. We'll take that. We've also got the political power for breakthrough. A couple breakthrough now.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
play these. Missiles have been
Yes, sir.
discovered, and education methods. Okay. So we've cut these guys off. So this bit in here should be all of ours, if we're careful about it. Construction-wise, let's put a quick bridge in there.
Let's go. Operation successful.
Not getting away with no casualties, but we're definitely making progress. One of those casualties was the tank. Quickly put some replacements in the processing for shipping. Anyway, the logistics has improved down here, so we can definitely start contemplating trying to push forward. Anyway, this bit of high mountain is going to be a little bit of an issue, but I think the plan right now, at least my plan, is to encircle it, and then we can sort of crush it from all the sides. Yeah, the troops won't be super efficient fighting in terrible logistic situations, but they could do worse.
Going in.
There's no retreat path. If they all retreat, they surrender.
Mission success.
There we go.
Keep on firepower, sir.
Okay, almost got these guys surrendered. Depends on one of those hexes are free or if they're full of animals. And down here, I suppose we should do some attacking here. Try to crush this pocket. Kind of relying on sheer numbers here to make work.
Do no harm? Yeah, right.
Not great trades, but didn't necessarily need good trades. Okay, I suspect.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, expecting someone's there, and oh, that unit was completely destroyed. Ambushes, they hurt. Okay, you to the city. You're not gonna get there, but let's take the move. Go there. Group move you to there. Yeah, there's an example. Oh, this one's actually fully aquatic, so this one actually can't come onto land. Can only move through sea axis. Amphibious can. The only time I'm surprised at this type in the game. Like this will cause. I think this causes unrest, causes danger. It's close enough to your zones, but the fact that it doesn't come on land makes it pretty low priority to get rid of. Yeah, so we got them to work with, and there may be a couple in here. That one I think looks aquatic. Oh, maybe that one was amphibious. Sometimes it's hard to tell. An aquatic ambush predator. Swimmer 3. It might be able to come on land. I might be misreading the. So that one's amphibic. Amphibic aquatic ambusher, yeah. Both land and sea. Then you are only aquatic. Although, that's swimmer, so it might be able to come up into the swamps. It didn't count for that. Don't necessarily have any swamps until like over here, so we got some marshes over here that it could potentially come up into. And so that's marsh there. Okay, so it probably could come into various places on land. Well, places that I'd consider on land, but the game doesn't necessarily consider on land. Yeah, so I think there's one, maybe two animals in here. Thinking somewhere in here. We've got a lot in there to deal with. Done the fighting down here on the nomads this turn. Any delays on the construction? Yes. I did not leave enough industry in the bank, apparently. Things did not complete. We made 80% speed, so I basically just added by accident an extra turn to the construction on all those constructions. Some examples that are not the case. So we're done proceeded speed, probably because I had local industry. Selothaw as well, probably because I had local industry. I wasn't relying purely on the HQ. So those ones will finish too. Items mark, and so added mark was delayed. Of course, we were building truck stations there, so it's probably the truck stations that weren't helping. So four of the bureaucratic offices were delayed. No, 3 of them were. 3 of the 5 were. 2 weren't delayed, so they'll be done next turn if there's no more delays. Capital can link up to 4. Capital is finished expanding at this point. It's bureaucracy, at least. We'll probably still localize heavy industry and high-tech industry to the location. That's what I got for the moment. Everything's going up except for metal because we're heavily using metal. That makes sense. Oh, I should check. It's been a while since I checked prospecting. Not prospecting, mining. The Verdun mine is about to run out. The Verdun mine is accessibility 5, so there is an argument that I can do an expand there to get us more metal. There's a private mine, so we do want to do that, but we don't need to rush to doing that. Everywhere else is decently full, so not in an emergency. I don't get the political power to do the peripheral mining. That's a good thing to check there. So next turn, if I have political power, do peripheral mining. Prospecting, if I got political power, I should do... And then we're not necessarily moving very fast in Victory Overview, but we are gaining. And now we're up to 1,600 bureaucratic power. Bureaucracy is expanding. Yeah, VidCom I think is costs a little bit more than the earlier ones, right? So Barracks is 400 BP to research. VidCom is 2,000. Is what it is. VidCom's also usually the one it's entertainment, so it's usually the one you don't need to build. You can do other alternatives for it. Yeah, what I think I'll probably do, when we finish VidCom, we haven't discovered any automation, I'll swing the economy back over to Discovery, try to get the robotization, get the automation text to show up. What's likely happening here is a lot of my discoveries recently have been either from the Breakthrough Now cards or from tech sharing with the other majors. So it might just be they haven't hit automation, right? They've maybe discovered the 4 or 5 in machinery, but they haven't researched all of them or whatever, right? I don't have that level of intel to know for sure. Or maybe one side's done 3, the other side's done 3, so they don't quite have enough to discover the stuff. Okay, well, let's cycle that turn. Okay, so here's the non-aligned turn. So in a short bit, we should be coming back up on our turn. Okay, so here we are, round 179. We killed 1,300 infantry over the end turn and 30 walkers. We have 3 decisions awaiting us. Presumably one of them which is to do with the suicide wave. The middle-line community was removed. Interesting. Well, I think it was about to run out. I don't think it should have removed itself. That wasn't, maybe it was that one. Oh, that one's gone. I guess that did run out. Okay. Well, it's gone. Delete the road, so it's not a problem anymore with the road.
Yes, sir.
That's a confirmation there. Suicide wave, yeah, my full support to mitigate the suicides. Was successful, although 6,700 guys still died. Expansion corals.
Yes, sir.
We like commerce. Okay, so we know there was one down here. I think that's actually it. Going into the water there. Okay, a bit of a mass assault here.
Advancing.
We're using militia troops, so there's going to be pretty heavy casualties on both sides.
Abort mission.
Bit of shame we weren't able to get the last 5% to retreat. If we got 4 more retreating, all the units that weren't able to escape into the ocean would have been destroyed. We did destroy 26 subunits at the cost of 15. So, progress is being made, just not as fast as we'd like. We're having a little bit of a petrol issue, and it's not due to the well being dry, as far as I can tell. So I should probably start expanding that petrol well. I might be able to get away with just a single expansion, so we'll queue up an expansion.
Copy that.
Section report. Everything proceeded at speed. There's no replacement to the barracks. The bureaucratic offices are continuing. Go and queue up replacements to the ones that finished.
Roger that. Copy that.
And of course, all of this should be meeting our BP is going up. We're just short of 1,900. Although you can see that penalty that they're receiving is going up. So there are diminishing returns. Just at this point, I am hungry enough for more bureaucracy that I don't care. Okay, so that was accessibility 1. We might have had a higher mine level there, but the mine is empty. Accessibility 1 with nothing in it is empty. Empty, empty. direction. See, the biggest mines are water mines, followed by oil mines. Got a fairly full metal mine there. Now that we're going to mine that metal.
We need more firepower, sir.
Okay, so that's where it is. As soon as we get the roads coming up from the west, we'll be able to probably surround it with proper troops. They'll make quick work of it. Push that one west.
All clear, sir. Going in. Mission successful.
Okay, so we can probably push those hexes in and get rid of those guys on the next turn. Then we just need the roads to support the logistics up here, and we can go ahead and clear up this front, get all the way up to Davis Fort. Who are cold with us, but cold is fine. I can work with cold. Especially 90 opinion gold. 90 opinion gold is pretty easy to work with. And for once, I got some political power we can spend. And we got decent industry as well, which is also good. Oh, not gonna spread logistics. Okay, so the rail needs to be improved. We're gonna delay the construction even more by improving the rail station. You're getting rid of 4. And you're getting upgraded to... Okay, before I do that, because 4 seems pretty high. Where is my bottlenecks? Okay, there's a bottleneck. So that would be a rail bottleneck. That would be a rail bottleneck. Okay. So it may in fact be the rails. We may literally be pushing that much stuff through the rails that we don't have enough. Okay. If that's the case, this is probably going to be delayed due to delivery issues, but do a rail upgrade there as well. And then, construction-wise, we didn't have any delays, but the barracks finished. Okay. Direct Station 7 at the capital will be done in 3. The 2s will be done next turn. We'll have a little bit of offices that'll be done next turn. And we'll then go to upgrade it again. Okay. Oh, and we haven't done any fighting down this front, have we? I should probably do some fighting down here.
Let's go. Operation successful. Bring in the tanks. Operation successful. Let's go. Operation successful.
Okay, now I know that there's someone there. Could technically attack there. We don't really got enough reconnaissance, so I don't think that's a good idea right now. But the more units brought in, we'll try swing there. Actually, you're probably aquatic. Probably chase you back to the ocean if we were to attack. So there's maybe not value in encircling that guy there, specifically. Because he just run back into the ocean if we attack hard enough. But... okay, you come down the road. And I suppose I've got some industry I can spend. Should probably spend it on sealing this road, though. Okay, that's not too bad. Can work with that. And then can I do a dirt road? That's low mountains, okay. So dirt road to there. Yeah, I think I can afford that industry-wise. Okay, we'll see how that looks logistic-wise next turn. Next is spending of political power. We're going to spend some political power. Gonna get a corporate scientist. Not sure we need that right now. Zones. Private investment would be bad. Another zoo project is pretty good, so let's dump the zoo project in the colony.
Aye, aye, sir.
It'll give them some more entertainment. And what's the private investment's 25? Let's do a private investment down there.
Order received.
Because big cities get pretty big returns on that. We'll call that good. Got enough replacements for everyone, right? No, I haven't actually recruited the replacements. Okay, so a couple of you. Okay, and that's all the replacements. Next turn, we'll see what the industry is. I might start raising more brigades. We can raise 3 more brigades worth of infantry. I'm just not raising them this turn because I know I just queued up a bunch of construction and used a bunch of it on roads. Yeah, let's cycle the turn. Looking at the time, this is going to be the last end turn of this part. So we're going to see, basically watch the end turn here, and then we're going to put a part break at the beginning of next turn. So if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be another part up tomorrow. And if you're watching on Twitch, this is, as soon as the end turn is done, we're going to take the break for tea. So it's the midstream tea break. Okay, we're on the non-line turn. We're seeing them moving around, attacking our units. Aquatics trying to come on land, so on and so forth. This is usually pretty close to the end of the turn, yeah. So turning around to us soon, which is we're going to put the part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, once again, we will have another part up for you tomorrow. We're going to try to record 2 more parts tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, this is the we're coming up on the mid-stream, excuse me. Let's see if I can pronounce my words correctly. Midstream tea break. We're gonna go get a new cup of tea because the current one is empty. Anyway, over the end turn, we killed 800 infantry. We lost 300. It's round 180 when we get back, and we have 4 decisions winning us. So until next time, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.